It's the 23rd of January, Rabbi Furst, Pierke Avos.
Very good. Thank you, Lou. As Lou mentioned, this is Rabbi Shlomo First Year Yeshiva Tzavon Nafshi here in Yerushalayim Kiryat Zoom. We're now currently learning a tshuva from Rav Zilberstein Shlita about, as I'll just review the case, that there was a certain website that was opened up for the benefit of the robbing, specifically those people who are very far from Torah mitzvahs, when they don't have too much access to the truth of the Torah and the Musar of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, to lead their lives in a way that will be beneficial for them in Olam Hazeh and also in Olam Haba. And so there was a website open to help these people, and the initiator of the project started it, got it up and running, and then various managers came in to help run it. And as time went on, the initiator, inventor of the project, gradually slipped out of active participation. And then one of the managers took over to be like the general manager. I guess that was sort of by default. And then one of the other sub-managers was seemingly using the website for things which were not in keeping with the original goals of the website. So he was removed from his position, and the general manager changed the secret password and therefore blocked everybody out of being able to manage the website. And this went on for 5 months. After 5 months, the owner, the initiator of the project took the general manager to Beis Din, saying, "What are you doing? I started this thing. I have rights to this. You can't close me out." The general manager countered back. He says, "Look, I was doing this for the benefit of the goals as were delineated in the formation of the website. And these 5 months went by, and he didn't mention anything to me. And it's true that you have done great, wonderful work with starting this, but it really belongs to me because I've been putting all my time and effort into this. This now belongs to me. It doesn't belong to you." So the question is, to whom does this belong to? This website, who is the real owner? That is the question at hand. And so we'll just review. If you want, we can go back to this paragraph. Chuvas, you see where it's here. It's the blocked section of your screen. You see the red emboldened statements here of the Shuvas Gilus Yaakov. Okay, let's see. Either Roy or Lou, would you like to do us a little favor and read for us?
What's your pleasure, Roy?
What?
What is your pleasure? Should I read or you want to read?
Oh, you read. Of course.
Okay.
The highlight of the morning.
You what?
The highlight of the morning.
Oh, well, I'm very happy to be of service then. The tshuva of Kehilas Yaakov that he wrote in that book, he wrote shall madnu mi Toraso shel Harambam shayak
that's the Ramshik. Shalagnu mitoroso shel Maramshik. We learned from the Torah teachings of the Maramshik.
The Maramshik. Shmi she mat amatz b'mitzvah. What is this word? Mat amatz.
No, amatz. To put it, amatz means he's going to. Amatz is like to put out special efforts.
So he put out
Someone who, like
special,
he strives, someone who strives. Let's put it in Woodward. He strives, someone who strives.
who strives in the mitzvahs.
Right.
Velule per alto haisa mis batlas ha ba lizman.
Right. The Lule Pulosa, without his involvement, it would be that this mitzvah would be um not fulfilled for a certain amount of time. Meaning this person's he's striving to to do this mitzvah, and this is a mitzvah which is not being uh, performed by various different people. So he's going to put forth, he's going to strive to fulfill it. And if it wouldn't be for his personal involvement in this mitzvah, it would be left undone. This mitzvah, yes.
We're talking about the originator now?
Well, I mean, yeah, you're right. The originator. If it wouldn't for the originator, this mitzvah would be fall by the wayside.
Va'al yedei zeh hayu kimatzil min ha-nahar umin ha-gais dakna. And through this, it is what's kamatzil?
It's like a person matzios to save. It's similar. We find this in that it's like a person matzu min anar min a person saving something from a river which is overflowing, or from geises. Geises are marauders, right? Marauders, and for example, let's say you see that there's a river overflowing. You see your friend's backyard barbecue. If you don't snatch it, it's going to be taken into the river and washed down by the current and lost. So you snatch it. So the question is, if you do that, who does it belong to? Right? Who does it belong to?
V'chein mitzvot matzinu b'toanis she'alu b'nei hagola lo matzu at etzim Shacha. And so we find in Tanis.
And likewise, the kana, meaning a person who's going to save something from the river or save something from the geises. I mean, let's say there are marauders coming into town, right? There are marauders coming into town, and you see that your neighbor has his hamsters, in the little cage in the backyard, right? And if these marauders get hold of the hamsters, they're gonna take them and roast them and have roast hamsters for lunch, right? So you grab the hamsters and you put them into your house so they don't see the hamsters, right? So the kana, you now have you by saving them have now become the owner of the hamsters. Because otherwise they would have been barbecued lunch for the marauders.
But you're not considered to be a guard, a shomer?
No, no, because they're in fact worth nothing now. As soon as the marauders, the barbarians, as soon as the barbarians got hold of those hamsters, they'd be worth nothing, right? So by you saving them, right? Uh, they were now at that point worth nothing because they'd be simple uh, lunch for the barbarians. And so now you're kind of you have now made a perfect acquisition. They belong to you now, these hamsters. If you want to be a nice guy, you can give it back to your friend, but if he wants to pay you, you can charge him.
Okay. Vamdu elu the ha the his nad ru uh bishalahem. What's a his nad vu?
This nadvu is that they would donate it. Nadaver the source of the word is nadaver, right?
Nadaver, to donate. If they donated, if the hamsters were donated, the v'chach ha tanu b'nei im she b'neihem shafilu lishcha mal'a eitzim. And so I don't know. Uh, um,
That um that Amdu Elu, these people got up in this Nabdu, they donated Mishallah, they donated from what belongs to them. The Cain Hisnu Navim Shibinehim, and therefore likewise the prophets that were amongst them, they also Shafil Lishcha Mole Eitzim, even if there would be a full storehouse of wood. They would still nevertheless go ahead and donate from their own belongings.
I don't understand what's going on. Who's donating what?
There are people that needed certain things, and there were people who could provide for them. So the people who could provide for them donated from their own provisions for the people who needed them, right? So you see from this that the ability of a person to give from his own objects, right, for the benefit of other people, right, that gives a person certain privileges. The fact that he is giving of his own belongings for the benefit of others. If he's either spending his time, his energy, his money, right, his properties, so that gives him a certain right in the mitzvahs that's being done through his ability to make it happen. Right. As he can explain in the next paragraph. Hainu mishum shehemis asku. He explains, he goes into the how it relates.
I'm confused about the flow here. How do we get from the stolen hamsters to the donating of goods?
Because the when you can benefit people in several different ways. The two ways we're discussing are: one, you're benefiting a person who's going to lose his object if it wasn't for your intervention, or if it wasn't for your donating certain things, the ability for that person to do a mitzvah would not be available to him unless you yourself went ahead and made your donation. So the question is, when you're through your donation are enabling someone to do a mitzvah, whose mitzvah is it? Is it the person who's doing the mitzvah, or is it yours because you're enabling him to do the mitzvah?
Okay, and what does this have to do with the manager of the internet?
Because the question there is, the person who was the initiator, right? He, through his initial efforts, is allowing this to happen. And on the other hand, the one who is managing the project now is also, in a certain way, enabling it for it to happen. So, question: who is the real owner of this? As he'll explain.
Okay. V'al pi zeh hosif b'kehilos Yaakov sheba emes zehu ikar zechusam shel maisdi uminahalali. Let's see. Al pi zeh. According to this, he added with the community of Yaakov that in truth this is the essence of his merit, of the merit of, what is this word, my sadi?
That that he again, what was the thing that's not clear to you?
This word, mem yud samech dalad yud, my sadi. I don't know the word. Is it a person? Name of a person?
No, my CD, that from the source is Yesod, that he founded it. He founded it.
Of the founder?
Yeah.
The merit of the founder?
I mean, one second, did we do the previous paragraph?
Let's see. V'hayinu Mishum Shehem. Is that the one we missed? I'm confused.
Yeah.
I missed that part.
Yes.
Okay, I see. Sorry about that. Um, all right, yeah. So the previous paragraph was talking about the benefiting the person through either through protecting his goods or by donating. The
As we discussed, those were the two major ways that a person can benefit somebody is one by protecting his properties or enabling him to do a mitzvah through the donation of his own property.
right. V'hayinu mishum shehem nis asaku. What's nisasaku?
That's his involvement, nis asku b'mitzvah, right? Hainu the mishum nis asku b'mitzvah zu, since he is involving himself in this mitzvah, in this chazik bisman, that he should um, establish it in a time bisman shalom nimsa acherim, when there are no other people doing it. You always want to try and look around and try and find mitzvahs that people are not doing. Rav Scheinberg Zichron Bracha always encouraged us to do this. Always say, look around, you'll see many opportunities to do things, to do mitzvahs that other people are not doing. And you see that there's a mitzvah there and no one's doing it, so you get busy and you do it. It's there waiting for you. If it was gold on the ground, you wouldn't pass it by and not pick it up, right?
Right.
So if there's a mitzvah there, mitzvah is much more than gold. What's gold going to get you in this world? Maybe a backache trying to pick it up.
It's right.
Gold bars are not very light, you know. You want to pick up a gold bar, you better have a good strong back, right?
It also gets you a headache trying to work because you're so worried you're going to lose it.
That's right. What are you gonna do? Tell me, Roy, Lou, what are you gonna if let's say we're walking this afternoon, you see a gold bar on the ground. What are you gonna do with it? What are you gonna go to a jeweler and try and cash it in? What's he gonna do with it? You know, a gold bar is probably registered, no?
Leave it there and walk on. Don't bother with it. What would I do with it? Just
That's right.
bring
What
me
are you gonna do with
trouble.
the gold? There you go. Now you're thinking, what's a gold bar gonna do for you? By the time you figure out how to use this and cash this in, right? You're
Police
gonna
will be
probably
onto me.
That's right. Someone's going to investigate. What are you doing? Go with a gold bar. Would you break into the Federal Reserve Bank or something like that, you guy?
Yep.
You find a
Hmm.
mitzvah. No one's going to take your mitzvah away. You find a mitzvah, it's with you forever and ever and ever. No one's going to take a mitzvah away. He doesn't have to. You're not going to have to worry about what to do with it. Hashem's going to take that mitzvah. He'll be very careful with watching over it. He'll put the credit for that in the right exact place. Don't you worry about it.
Hmm.
Right. So that's what he says here. The first line over here. The Hainu Mishum Shimnis Asku b'mitzvah zu lischazka, that because he's involved with this mitzvah to establish it, bisman, in the time, shalom nimsa acherim niskaku b'lakaimo, in the time when there's no other people involved in doing it, right?
Right. Um,
Yesh lahem din kidima bisman ahu la'akriv carbonates him. These people had the right. This is a continuation of the Gemara in Tainus, because these people went ahead and they were donating the wood for the mizbeach at a time when no one else was. So when it came time for the bringing of the korban, these people received a precedence because of their involvement in the mitzvah.
So
Okay.
what was that precedence that they were able to do their sacrifices first?
Yes, that's right. Didn't have to wait online. You know, someone once told me when you go to Disney World, you know, Disney World or Disneyland, if you're out in California there,
Yeah.
but you can buy two kinds of tickets. You can buy a regular ticket and then you can buy your fast ticket. What's a fast ticket? You go on the fast lane instead of waiting an hour and 20 minutes to get into the ride, you only have to wait a half an hour to get into the ride.
I don't remember anything like that.
Oh yeah. That now that these that was these are the new days, Lou. People don't want to wait online anymore.
I never
You could
like.
probably get a VIP ticket and they'll sneak you in the back door.
Right, right. Okay, so
So
I'm
you see, so what do we see from this? We see that in the merit of a person enabling other people to do a mitzvah, that enables him to have certain rights and privileges. That brings us to the Osif now over there in the middle of the second line in that paragraph.
Os
Osif,
Shemen. Uh,
Shemin, not Shemin, but Shemin,
Shemen.
Hatam, Hazet. He adds on that from this time, he adds on to this reason.
Hatam Hazeh Noheg B'chol Kehilos Yisrael. That it's the custom of all of the congregation of Israel.
Yeah, knowing the Kol Kilos Yisrael in all communities of Jews.
Chaveros Partios
Right,
Shel
Chaburos Pretios, Chaburos Pretios, private groups. Chaburo is a group, Pretios is a private group or special. Doesn't have to, not necessarily have to be a private, but it could be, it's special.
special groups of uh, uh, Talmud Torah of students. What's Gimel Mem Chet?
That's Gemilas Chasadim, that there are certain special groups of Talmud Torah that they would learn. Number one, Gemilas Chasadim, they would do various different kind acts, and Bikur Cholim, they would visit the sick, Kiyotzi Bezeh, other things like that.
Okay. She'ein livnei ha'ir shum das al oso chavera. And bnei ha'ir, the children of the city,
People of the city, people of the city.
people of the city, um, they don't have anything.
Right, and she'ein lebnei ha'ir shum deya al osa chabur. I mean, the people of the city, the general population, they don't have any say in the way that this group should be run. Meaning, it's more like it's a private group.
Right. Af al pi she'hadavar noga l'chol yoshvei hamakom. even though that this thing, what's noga?
No, again, it's relevant. It's relevant.
Relevant to all the people who live in the place.
Yes, that's right.
Hayinu mishum shehem zachu mitzvah zo bizman shelo haya lo dorshim. And it is because they have a zechu. They remember. They have a merit.
Well, they were zochel b'mitzvah. They were privileged to do this mitzvah bisman shelo yelem darshan at the time when no one was interested in it.
They were privileged in this mitzvah at the time that no one was interested in it. This mitzvah being Talmud Torah.
Or bikur cholim, gemil susadim, right?
Okay.
They so to speak get a monopoly on that mitzvah.
They get a monopoly on that mitzvah. Okay. Val Pizeh?
Yeah, that's right. Alpiza, according to this.
According to this, Hosif Bikahilos Yaakov She Boemis Sheba Emes Zehu Ikar Zehusam Shel Maisadi. There's that word. There's that word that I hit before. I didn't know. Maisadi.
It's the source is Yisod. Yisodi is like the founder, right? Like
Founder.
so al pizeh Hosef b'kehilas Yaakov. So therefore, according to this, the sefer that was mentioned earlier, the Kehilas Yaakov, he says there that in the truth, the Sheba Emes, in truth, the Ikaz Zuchusum Shali Yisodi Menhili Yeshivos Oshar Mostos Torah B'Chesed. He explains there that the primary rights of those who found and manage yeshivas or other Torah institutions and Chesed organizations right? Hizik ba'atzmo b'mitzvah below taina ena klum. That they or those are the ones that are thinking that they will is chazik ba'atzmo b'mitzvah, that they want to merit for themselves this mitzvah without any claim to it. That's not that ain't no klum. That doesn't that's not to be considered to be a true claim. A
What
true
do you
claim.
mean claim to it?
Or
Claim to the mitzvah?
right, to make a claim to the mitzvah.
What does that mean? Claim to the mitzvah.
Right. That the you don't have to make a specific claim to a specific mitzvah. I mean, it's enough that you simply do it. You have just do what you have to do, and it becomes yours. You don't have to make any particular claim for it. Not like it's there that you have to buy it from somebody, acquire it from somebody. You just go ahead and do it. You do it, and since you're doing it, you get the rights to do it.
Okay. The Lichora Hare Rov Mos Dos Viyish Evos Yisdom Hame Isdim Midas Atzman B'chol Shum Miyanui Mitzavor.
Mitzibur, right? That it turns out that most organizations and yeshivas that are founded by the founders on their own, without any appointment by the tzibur. You know, there was no formal ceremony appointing this person to be the organizer of this organization. He initiated it on his own. He set it up, and there was no formal acquisition of this activity through the permission of the people. So he simply started doing it. That's the way most of these things happen, right?
Right?
Okay. Well, yeah. Menahilim kol hazman midas atzmo, and then they're managing it on their own. Okay, well, I'll tell you. So I'll tell you what, let's leave it here. It's late a bit. So let's leave it here. We'll start with this paragraph, I guess, well, beginning of next week.
I'll that.
Yes, just if you could make a marking there so we'll remember, because it'll be a few days yet between now and then.
All right. Sounds good.
Okay, very good. Thank you for the reading, Lou. Roy, have a good afternoon. Hope to see you perhaps tomorrow, Erev Shabbos. And Lou, we'll continue on with the Mr. Bruce here shortly. We'll take a little break.
Sounds good.
Bye for now. Bye for
Okay,
now.
Roy, have a good day.
You
Okay,
too.
thank you.